Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards.
What y'all know about that whoop dog? Okay. Hey, besties. Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Chelsea. I'm your daytime bestie, Chelsea Edwards. Today is all about protecting our furry family. We are shining a spotlight on a program that is providing shelter for animals in domestic abuse situations. And since Halloween is right around the corner, we've got a few tricks and treats to help keep your pets safe while you celebrate. So speaking of, our four-legged bestie Lola is ready to party after she serves her time for eating the trash.
Look to the right. Look to the left. Look ahead. Look down. Stay. One hour sentence.
Ah, come on, a whole hour? Somebody said she'll be out in 10 minutes for good behavior.
Yes, let's break her out.
Yes, get her out. All right, welcome Dr. Roberta Westbrook, a Senior VP of Veterinary Services at Houston SPCA.
Yes, thank you.
So we often have a lot of fun as humans on Halloween, but you want to make sure that the pets have fun too and that it is safe fun.
Absolutely. Of course, I mean, it's Halloween. It's a lot of people's favorite holiday of the year. You always want to include your pets in your holiday fun.
Yeah.
And Halloween is no different than any other holiday. We just want to make sure that everybody's safe and has a good time so that no emergencies or unexpected situations come up. So,
Right, because that would ruin the night,
Yes.
having to run to the vet emergency room.
Exactly, exactly.
So what is something that people often forget or don't even think about when it comes to this holiday?
Well, I think people realize it's so much fun for us. They don't realize that the world changes for pets. Halloween is one of those holidays where the world sort of changes for them. They have a lot of sights, a lot of sounds, costumes, different people, different smells. So for a while, they can feel a little bit uncomfortable in that new environment. And just making sure that you are taking the time to work them slowly into the new environment, make them feel comfortable. It's fun for us, but it might be uncomfortable for them at first, and thinking about ways to make it comfortable for them.
That is an amazing perspective, because if you think about it through the eyes of a pet, like this could look insane.
Yes, yes.
There's a lot happening, things hanging around the house and more people coming to the house, all of that.
That's exactly right.
So let's start with the costumes.
Yes, of course.
We love, even the video we just saw, we love to see pets in costumes.
Yes.
Are there some things that we should keep in mind though when we're selecting?
Yes, absolutely. They're so adorable. I've seen some really adorable costumes, but a few things to start with is one, comfort is most important. We want our pets to be comfortable in the costume because we want them to enjoy it and to have fun. So ways that you can keep them comfortable. Number one, if you're purchasing a costume like online, consider measuring your pet. You know how they have the size guide online when you're purchasing things? You might have to measure your pet at the waist or at the shoulder or height. Make sure that you get a well-fitting costume so that they're not uncomfortable in it. You know, sometimes the costume material is Velcro or has itchy material. You want to make sure that you get something breathable, comfortable, so that they will want to stay in it a little bit longer. So size is number one.
Super important. And also, and maybe look at the reviews as well, because just like when we're shopping for ourselves and the sizes don't add up.
That's exactly right.
Maybe we need to look to see if people got it and it was a little too tight.
That's right. Sometimes our pets are a little round and we don't want to really admit that they're round, so we want to make sure that we measure them. And the other thing to be aware of when you're shopping for a Halloween costume is just making sure that it doesn't obstruct their sight. Their movement too much, or their breathing. So again, making sure that they are as comfortable as possible. Oftentimes we may want to put like a mask on them or some kind of a hat. Just make sure that their sight is not obstructed.
Okay. What about treats? Is that something else we need to keep an eye out? for?
Absolutely. So love Halloween treats, love the candy, love to splurge a little bit, but a lot of candy can be toxic for our pets. So even though we want to include them in that, what I think would be the best treat for our pets is something that's homemade. So instead of feeding them the regular candy that our kids are eating, that we're eating, that could be toxic, and the toxic things that I would caution everybody is chocolate. We all hear about chocolate and we know that it's toxic. The darker the chocolate, actually, the more toxic it is.
Oh, wow.
So when you think about white chocolate, that actually is not really toxic as we think about chocolate toxicity. But as you get toward dark chocolate and baker's chocolate, it can be very, very toxic.
So the better it is for you,
Yes.
the worse it is for your pet.
That's exactly right. It's a great way to put it. So stay away from that. Stay away from artificial sweeteners like xylitol. Xylitol is a compound that's usually in sugar-free gums and candies, but it can actually decrease your pet's blood sugar significantly and can cause some pretty serious side effects like seizures and even a coma.
Let's say the kids came in, brought their candy, set it down somewhere, pet got into it. What are some warning signs that we may need to go to the emergency room?
Great question. So particularly with chocolate, it really acts like a stimulant. So you may see your pet becoming very restless, panting, walking around quickly, having shivers. It can lead to cardio toxicity, so they can have heart problems related to it, and it can lead to death in serious situations. But again, it's not only the type of chocolate, but how much they eat. So if your pet gets into candy and you need to contact your family veterinarian to get them emergency care, please go to your family veterinarian with the type of chocolate, the approximate amount, if you have any idea about the amount that they ate, and then your pet's weight. Because we can actually do calculations to determine, okay, based on the type of chocolate, the amount they ate, and your pet's weight, how serious is this condition going to be? So,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay,
so that's
great
good.
point
Yeah.
there. Now, do you get a lot of lost dogs or lost pets on
Yes.
Halloween as well?
Absolutely. So one of the things that can happen, because Halloween is such a unique situation where, again, there's different sights and sounds and animals can get scared from the noises, sometimes they may escape their home. And so it can be a holiday where we see an increase in lost pets, similar to 4th of July or New Year's, where pets can escape due to the loud noises.
Right.
And so I would encourage pet parents to make sure that your pet always has some type of identification. Now, there's two things that you can consider. You consider like a collar with a tag that has your pet's name and then your name and phone number. But even better is permanent identification, like a microchip.
Yes.
So if they have a microchip and they get lost, hopefully they can find their way. Someone can take them to a veterinary clinic or a shelter where we have universal scanners. They pick up the microchip, and we can trace that microchip back to your information by looking it up on a website. And so it can be really helpful to help you reunite with your pet.
Okay, great point. I mean, hopefully they do both,
Yes,
right? Just
both
in
are
case,
great.
cover all the bases.
Yes,
right?
that's
Thank
exactly
you
right.
so much.
course,
Doc.
of course.
We're hoping that everybody has a happy and safe Halloween.
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Yes. We're going to take a quick break, guys, and we'll be right back with more. Welcome back. We've been talking about how to give our pets a happy Halloween, and we switched out experts. We have Julie Kinstall, also with the Houston SPCA. You work in communications and marketing, and you want to get the word out about something unique that you all have that other hospitals and other organizations don't necessarily have.
Yes, so just kind of a response to a community need, we have the region's only animal ambulance. And, a lot of people think of an ambulance for humans with the sirens and the things like that.
Yeah.
And we don't do that because we don't want to scare animals off. But I think we've all been in a situation, or at least witnessed a situation, where there is an animal, you're driving by, you're walking by, and you see an animal who is injured, whether unfortunately they're tossed out of a window or they're trapped and they're distressed in the sewer or in the middle of the freeway or up high somewhere. Our animal ambulance responds to injured or distressed animals, and also these are unowned animals. These are what we feel some of the city's most vulnerable because they have no one to care for them, no one to take them to the vet, no one to be there for them. And so we have a number we'd love for people to put in their phones now, 713-880-HELP.
Okay.
And that is, a lot of times people find us just by Googling because they see, a dog hit by a car.
Yeah.
And we certainly understand taking on that responsibility can be overwhelming for people. And so that is why our ambulance is there.
Yeah, and you really don't know what to do in those situations. You see an injured animal, you don't want to move it, but it's great to know that you all can come and help. We were talking about in the previous segment just about pets getting loose and running off during Halloween with all the festivities and things going on. But I guess you also have people call who witness, like actually see animal cruelty. And so it is important to let people know that it is okay to call and report this.
100%. And you can do it online at HoustonSPCA.org, or you can give us a call on our main number, right? And the way it works is if you want to go online, you can also upload video and photos. That helps expedite the situation. And we're talking anything from, you witness an animal getting beaten. You see that an animal is getting neglected. It's been there for weeks, cruelly confined. We do have to follow state law, so we do ask as many details as possible, exact locations. We do ask for your name and number. We will keep you anonymous because we understand it can be a scary process. So we want the name and number just in case one of our cruelty investigators needs to follow up and say, hey, I've been at that address and I'm not seeing a dog outside. Oh, I gave you the wrong, off by a number kind of thing.
Okay.
And so once the person files a report, it automatically gets assigned to one of our investigators. We have the largest animal cruelty investigations team in Texas. We've got 14. We partner with Harris County Precinct 1, although we do serve 9 counties total. So we work with local law enforcement. And the reason we do that is because in Texas, animals are property. And so in order for us to work with the owner, if they're not complying, we'll go out a couple of times. We'll provide a warning. The animal needs vet care. An animal was hit by a car and never saw a veterinarian. The animal's being abused. The animal's being neglected. We have to follow the law, and if they're providing food, water, and shelter, yes, they're following the law, but we're also following up and saying, hey, I just want to let you know someone has noticed something about your dog. We see that you're complying with the law, but may I make some suggestions here? And so if anything, we're still helping that animal a little bit, which is a good thing. If we see that laws are being broken, we try our best to work with owners because we're not here to steal people's animals. We're here to work, and protect them. And so if there's no compliance, that's when we take what we have and law enforcement will go to the DA and ask for a warrant. And that's when we go in and we will take the animals. And on the warrant, it is the born, deceased, and unborn. So we will take eggs, we will take deceased animals because we do necropsies to prove that in fact what was the cause of death, and that presents the case. And so we do a case for each one of those. It's a long process, and so it can be, but part of that is also seeking justice on their behalf because it's important. And we understand that reporting animal cruelty can be a scary thing, but we're not asking you to decide if it's animal cruelty. If you suspect it or you think that something just may not be right, we really appreciate you filing that cruelty report. Like I said, it does get assigned and it gets prioritized. So if you're thinking, maybe I haven't seen too much, I haven't seen that dog eat in a few days, would you mind? Then we're happy to go out and do a welfare check.
Okay.
We can't always call you back and say, I want to give you an update.
Yeah.
And then I do want to touch on, we do see a lot on social media. Well, people will post things on social media, and then sometimes it gets a lot of people enraged, and then they start, if someone happens to know that person, they'll tag them in there, they'll give them a heads up, and that can actually impede on a case.
Okay.
And so that can actually make it worse because then the animal disappears.
Oh, wow.
And then we have a difficult time in even finding that animal. And so, you know, we do have web warriors who sometimes will get on there and go, hey, what are y'all doing? Have y'all filed a cruelty report? Y'all need to, like, you know, so that's why I understand as an animal lover, we all do not like to see that, and that does kind of rumbles up us a little bit to see that. It's very difficult to watch. But in the best, stop for a minute and think, what is the best thing I can do for that animal? I need to make sure that the law is being followed, and we can't step in and just take an animal. We have to do due process, because you know what will happen. We like to explain this to people. The judge will go, you can't take that person. You can't just go on someone's property and take it, because you know what? The judge's going to turn around and give it right back. And so we appreciate people's patience. I promise you, we're doing due diligence, because our job is to protect animals from people. And that's been the heart of our mission since, you know, over 100 years when we've started that. We started protecting horses.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much for the work that you do, Julie. Give the folks the number one more time to remember.
For the ambulance is 713-880-HELP.
All right, thank you so much. You know, pets also play a role in domestic violence cases, so we're going to tell you all about that when we come back. Many survivors of domestic abuse have pets, but what happens when they are ready to escape or trying to plan their escape? Welcome, Greg Evans with the Houston Humane Society.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so this is something that honestly, when we got this information, I was like, I've never thought about this. People having to figure out where their pets will go when they're trying to escape a domestic violence situation.
Yes, ma'am. So Houston Humane Society is part of the Southeast Texas Link Coalition. And so this coalition is a group of organizations that are, their job is to help out people in these situations. 70% of people facing domestic violence actually have pets in the house, and those pets are also subject to those types of atrocities that their owners are experiencing.
Wow.
And so with this coalition, as a group, and what we do at Houston Humane Society is we offer emergency boarding situation services to those people facing that situation. So they have to work through our partners, and during that, they get into their system, they're getting ready to leave the situation that they are in. And then the pet has to go somewhere.
Yes.
Right. And so that's where we step in, where we help keep pets and the families together, and we will offer that boarding service free of charge to the client, so that they can get out of the situation and get back up on their feet.
Okay.
Right.
So that's if they're working with maybe a shelter or someone that they're going to for domestic violence help, and they'll connect with you.
Yes, ma'am. It's not just domestic violence. We also have partners that are helping out unhoused. And we also have people that are helping veterans as well. So we've had some of those situations come through our doorsteps as well.
Very important work. Now, are you all seeing or have seen cases where these survivors, you know, they get out on their own and then something happens to the pet who is left behind?
So we don't have that information about pets being left behind. That's why we have this program, is so that we can assist and help get that family out of that situation. We're going through having those animals in our care. We provide free medical, free vaccinations, free housing, free food, free water.
Oh, that's great.
And we also offer free spay and neuters for those pets as they're in our care.
If the pet has been hurt as well in this situation?
Oh, we will provide any medical care that we can. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I mean, it's just mind-blowing to think that this has been overlooked for many people. Oftentimes we focus on the person, which is important, but also that pet we don't want the pet to become a target if left
and
alone.
so that's why this program is so near and dear to our hearts, is because not only are we helping people, but we're also helping people's pets. Right. So it really is a great service that we all get behind.
Yeah. And then, you know, a lot of times the shelters may not allow the pets, so you do have to have a separate area. Is there a time limit or anything on getting the pet back or getting rejoined with the pet or anything?
So our initial contract is for up to 90 days.
Okay.
We do offer extensions depending on that situation, as long as the client stays in communication with us and keeps us up to date on what they're facing and how their situation is progressing. We're there to help. We really hate to put an ultimate time limit on it because it's really a situation where people need all the help that they can get.
Yeah, and 3 months is a really good start to give you a bit of time to kind of get back on your feet and figure a few things out. But I know it can go by quickly, so that's why I wanted to ask.
Absolutely.
Okay. Any requirements when it comes to this program? Because some people have big dogs, little dogs, cats.
As far as for the pet, no, there are no requirements.
Okay.
The only requirement for this program is that they have to be helped through one of our partners.
Okay.
Right. So this isn't available to the general public. We actually do get some of those calls where they're like, "Hey, I'm leaving for the weekend.
Oh,
can you go ahead and board our pets?" It's like that's really not what this program's designed for.
Right. It's not a pet sitting service.
Right.
This is for an emergency situation,
Yes, ma'am.
really. Okay. Anything else that people should know about this, and especially, I guess, putting it in the front of their minds, because people are already dealing with so much if they are in a violent situation. What do you want to say?
We're here to help, right? I know that it has to be with one of our partners, but call us, right?
Okay.
And we will work to get you in connection with our partners so that we can actually assist in the situation that they're going through.
So you could be the first phone call to
could
help
be.
them figure it all out.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you for all that you do through this life-saving program. You guys, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back after this. Thank you for watching this episode of Chattin' with Chelsea. Keep up with us on social at Chelsea Show Fox. Wardrobe provided by Trezor Cachet Boutique. We hope you found this episode helpful. We'll see you on the next Chattin' with Chelsea.